It was May 2nd, 2008. I remember sitting in the movie theater watching Robert Downey Jr. sit in the cave and make the original Iron Man suit. When the first Iron Man movie came out, I was so excited. I remember seeing all the explosions and seeing all the great things that Robert Downey Jr. did. Or that Iron Man did in the movie. Tony Stark, he was a genius. For those of you who aren't Marvel fans, which there's probably like 2 or 3 of you out there out of the millions of people, today, well actually yesterday, Avengers Endgame was released. And Marvel has been building up to this movie for 11 years. There has been so much anticipation around this movie. A lot of people have just been avoiding the internet for days or weeks to avoid spoilers for the movie. I know I've been doing something similar, although I did accidentally hit a few spoilers, unfortunately. But there's been so much anticipation for this movie. The emotional stigma around this movie has been crazy. And I remember for last year when Infinity War came out, there's a lot of anticipation as well. But I don't think that there is nearly as much as there is for Endgame. And it's so interesting to think about all the emotional reactions that Marvel has been building around their brand, around just a movie. And when you look at DC, you can obviously see the differences. Marvel went in with a long-term strategy. DC has been going for quick wins. So it's really interesting to see how Marvel Studios have been building these emotions in people. I remember leaving the movie theater when I was only 11 years old. After watching the first Iron Man movie, I was inspired. I saw all the great things that Tony Stark did, and I would say that that was one of my first inspirations for becoming an entrepreneur. I saw that the great things that Tony Stark did with his life, technology, and the high-performance acts that he was able to achieve. And that's where I really started to get the idea that maybe I would want to do something similar. Although it would probably take me around another 9 years to really actually start doing these things and going out there, but still, the seeds were planted. And ever since then, they've had around 20 more movies come out in the Marvel Universe. There's been a lot of them. Of course, there have been some good ones and some bad ones. I remember sitting in the theater watching Iron Man 3 with the Mandarin, and that one was definitely a little bit shaky. But still, nevertheless, they've been doing a great job with building the brand and the emotion around the brand. Emotional attachments to the characters, to the storyline, and with Thanos, of course, our lovely purple dinosaur. You know, I don't know if he's going to win or if he's going to lose in the movie. I haven't seen Endgame yet, but I am very much looking forward to it. I can't wait to see it. If you guys are looking forward to Avengers Endgame, make sure you say so in the comments below. And what I wanted to do in this video is I wanted to talk a little bit about the branding that they've been doing around Avengers Endgame and some of the themes that are in the storyline that I think you can take away as lessons from the movie. And of course, these aren't really directly talked about in the movie, but you can extract them as indirect lessons that you can apply to hopefully your life and your business. And just remember that, you know, as you've seen all these Avengers movies, which ones are your favorites? If you have a favorite movie, you know, put it in the comments below. I remember seeing the first Avengers movie. It was so cool seeing Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America team up, and now look where we are. We're doing all kinds of different things in the movie, so I'm super excited. I think this will be the closing of a storyline, and maybe another one will begin. Hopefully the next one is just as important. But I think one of the coolest things that Marvel Studios has done with the Avengers brand is their long-term branding strategy. Most movies, they only think 1 or 2 movies ahead. They thought like 20 movies ahead. So in business, that's why you gotta think long-term. Where do you want to be in 20 years? And you start preparing for it right now in this day. And it's been super interesting. Ever since the first movie, they've been preparing for the final movies, for Infinity War, for Endgame. So it's super exciting. And you know, one of the lessons that I've taken away that I'm really starting to try and do in my business is to think more long-term, think more Endgame. Hint, hint. You know, there's a little bit of a joke right there. But, you know, just think about what can you do now that will set yourself up for success in the future. You know, maybe you can start building a dream team. And that's something I want to talk about too. In the Avengers, their team is the best of the best. If they want to beat Thanos, they're not going to be able to get Joe Schmo on the side of the road to beat him. No, they got to find the best fighters and the best superheroes in the universe. So, if you want to be a really high-performance person or have a high-performance company in the world, what do you think you have to do? You have to find the best of the best. You have to build a dream team. And this is a lesson that I really learned about, you know, a couple months ago. You know, over the past couple years in entrepreneurship, I've been trying to do everything myself. And that hasn't really worked out too well, has it? But I realized that if I want to achieve great things, I gotta have an even better team. I have to surround myself with people that are better than me, who are smarter than me, so that I can learn from them and so that we can achieve great things. And that's exactly what the Avengers do in the movies. They team up so that they can take down these huge villains, these huge monsters to take down Thanos. And if you want to achieve huge goals, you got to do something similar. You got to have a team. If you want to be an Olympic athlete, who do you surround yourself with? The best coaches in the world. You don't want just any other Joe Schmo coach on the side of the street. No, you want to find the best of the best coaches. And for business, creating that team is super important. So you got to spend time looking for the best people. Do a little bit of scouting. Of course, it takes more time. It takes more effort. You got to be a great leader. You got to have a very crystal clear vision for what you want to do. I remember when I was first starting to recruit members to my dream team, I didn't have that clear of a vision for what I wanted to do for my company. As a result, I wasn't too successful. And when Nick Fury was building S.H.I.E.L.D. and assembling the Avengers, he had a crystal clear vision for what he wanted them to do. He wanted a team of the best superheroes to defend the Earth from super powerful threats. That's exactly what he did. Look where they are now. They're about to hopefully save the universe. Hopefully they're going to save it. I don't know if they do, but we'll go ahead and see in the next Avengers movie if they do. But those were the things that I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully you guys are excited for Avengers Endgame. I know that I am super excited. I can't wait to see if Thanos is defeated or not. And I think it'll be the end of a generation of Marvel movies. And I do look forward to the next one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you going to start building a dream team to achieve your goals and your dreams and your business and your life? If you agree with it, if that's what you're doing, let me know what you're doing in the comments below. I'm Kenny Aronson, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll be giving you guys bi-weekly, maybe even tri-weekly videos talking about the news and business and life, and then just tying it together to see how we can improve our lives and how we can achieve great things. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested, leave a comment on the video, and make sure you hit the likes button, and I will see you soon.